What's up, folks? This is the 8 to 5 trader giving you guys my trades for today. Today is November 27th, 2018, and today I ended up $57 realized, and after commissions I ended up negative 944. I traded 2 tickers today, and I traded a total of, I think, 12 tickets, so around 6 trades in and out. I think today was pretty good. I didn't trade some stocks as well as I should have, like X for example, but we're going to get into that. So at the open I was looking to trade X for an open range breakdown, and I waited for the perfect entry for that, which would be at the break of VWAP. Let's look at the 1 minute. So after the first 5 minutes the stock moved down below VWAP. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5. So at minute 6 I got in short. I went short 200 shares, and I got in a good entry at VWAP, and I wrote the momentum down. I think, let's see, my entry was, let's see if I can hit that arrow. My entry, come on now. My entry was 24.30, and I covered everything at 24.11. So I got 19 cents off that move, and then the price action kept going down for another, let's see, probably a clean move actually for another probably a point almost. So I left a lot on the table, but as I said in the previous video yesterday, I'm trying to take more of my profits and build the account rather than getting too greedy, and you'll see what I mean by that in one of my other trades. But I wanted to go short here, but I kind of missed it. I kind of caught the move right around here, and by that time the risk reward wasn't as good, so I waited, and then I came back and tried to go short here, but then the price action started to squeeze up, so I covered really fast, and then I tried to take it to the long side, and then I ended up stopping out on that as well. And what we see, so I went short here, covered, then I tried to go long when we broke. I thought it was going to go back down, which eventually it did, but then it did push up. But I was trying to get to 23.50 is what my target was, and then I ended up selling the position. But I went back short after the price action started to push back down, and I've seen this move before where the price action will push back up or squeeze. People start covering, and then it'll squeeze back up to the non-moving average and then sell off again, and that's what I was looking for today. So I went short 23.32 with a stop above this green wick right here. So I went short at 23.32, and I covered everything at 23.09. So like I was saying earlier, the reason why I cover is because I have a habit of not covering at my targets, and I'll let them run, and then what will end up happening, the price action will bounce back, and they end up losing out on all my profits. So today, that's why I covered on X so early, but in this case, it would have worked out had it'd have been a lot more favorable and a lot more profitable had I held it. But that just comes with the experience. But like I said, my daily goal is to hit at least 50 bucks a day, and today I did hit 57 before commission. So we're getting there. So I did hit the daily goal today. Now the next stock is AMRN. AMRN was kind of choppy today. I wanted to get the open range breakdown, so I went short after the first 5 minutes at 17.83. Let's see, I took that at minute 6, I want to say. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, minute 6 I took that, and the price action just didn't feel right to me, so I ended up covering. It felt very, again, choppy. So being that I had a bigger share size, I decided to go ahead and cover it. So I literally covered this at break even. So I took it short at 17.83, 200 shares, and I got out at 17.83. And then I waited because I was figuring that it has to sell off, because the price action squeezed up here and it didn't make a new high, and then we came down and then we went. But I waited here. I had my hand on the trigger here, but then it felt like it just wouldn't push down. So I waited, then the price action squeezed up, then it came back down, and I waited, and then when we finally got this close here, I figured, okay, buyers are probably exhausted, I'm gonna go ahead and short it, and that's when I hit it short at again at 17.86 for 200. And then I got this push down near low of day, and I should have covered there, but then I held it because I was trading this trade on X at the exact same time. And was it, no, maybe not this one, but I was trading X at the same time as this one. But I ended up covering, because after I missed this move, I was thinking to myself, I don't want it to bounce back and then go back up because I knew it was already choppy. So what I ended up doing, I ended up taking it off, and so I got 5 cents out of that, so that was $10. And then the price action finally made the move that I was looking for towards the 1750 area, and ultimately it got down to around 1740s. So that would have been a big move, and that would have brought me out of that negative rut after the commissions. But overall, I think I made good entries. I think the trades that I made on X, the second trade I made was a bit premature, but I felt like it was the right idea after seeing it here. But then something told me, I was looking at this level because it held this level very strong and then it bounced from that level. But I shouldn't have took that trade, but I don't think it would. Even though I took the trade, I don't think I did bad by taking it. I think I handled the risk well. I stopped out very fast just in case the price action would squeeze back up, because it sold off a lot, and I was very hesitant on taking it back short, which is why I didn't take it here either. But I did take it here, thinking like, okay, we did finally get another close on the 5-minute chart. I can take it short again, but I ultimately waited. And the move to the upside, I'm not really good at catching reversals, but I was expecting the price action to move up a lot more towards the non-moving average before finally selling back off. But I am pretty good at catching these non-moving average rejections. So basically, you'll get a nice sell-off, then the price action to pull back, then it'll sell off again. But if we're looking at it on a long trend, it'll trend long, then it'll pull back, and then it'll trend back long again off the non-moving average. So I'm pretty good at catching those, and that's kind of what happened here on AMRN. You can kind of see, even though it didn't pull back per se, but it did close below the non-moving average. So I was looking at this at both for the VWAP and the non-moving average that we got that close, and that's what allowed me to take that trade. So I guess you can kind of consider this a pullback to the 9 before finally getting that sell-off on the 5-minute. But ultimately, it was a good day, and I think that I'm slowly getting that consistency of waiting for the trades to happen and being patient, just allowing it to happen. I was telling myself, just don't take it. Just when I saw this going down, I didn't just jump into it, even though I just kept seeing it sell off. I was very patient with it, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't having the fear of missing out. So that's what I got for you guys today. So the account is sitting at, it'll open at around 28.20s tomorrow. So my buying power will still be at around 17,000. The goal is to keep making $50 a day and ultimately grow the equity curve to the upside with the minimal amount of losses that I take. And then once I feel like I've got that consistency where I'm making at least $50 a day consistently, of course it will probably be more on days like this where if I had held I could have got more. I'll be able to grow a small account fairly easily. I'd say, as far as having low expectations for the amount I get. So technically my daily goal of 1% should only be like $28, but being that I'm comfortable making $50 a day without over trading or taking too much risk, I feel like $50 a day or 2% is a reasonable goal. So I will catch y'all tomorrow, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with my journey on going from simulator to live, and hopefully you guys can learn something from me as I have from other YouTubers. So catch y'all in the next one.